What's up, guys? Cody here with another video for you guys today, and I wanted to talk to you guys about the channel. And I feel like the reason why I'm bringing this up, the channel itself, it doesn't need explaining, but I do feel like I need to explain why this channel has also been kind of lost in the shuffle of things, because I've had people comment quite recently, actually, trying to figure out why that the channel doesn't get as much attention as it probably should. And I hate YouTube's algorithm. I do. YouTube definitely actually has plagued the idea that the only way your YouTube channel is ever going to get any kind of success is if you, first off, monetize, which I refuse to do, and secondly is to pay for advertising. And that sucks. It really does. I've always felt like I just cannot be that person that monetizes my content, because I feel like I'm making money off of people. Like, I like to entertain for free, okay? I like to be entertaining to my friends, to my family, to the general people out there. That's why I do stand-up and stuff. I like to entertain people. And I have everything to owe to my being able to kind of come out of my shell as an autistic person to YouTube, because a decade ago, if you were to watch a video of me back then, those videos are a very sheltered, very quiet, monotone version of me that I don't think I was ever really going to, kind of come out of. Like, I felt like that was like me fresh out of high school, and it was really hard for me to find my place or my muse with YouTube, because I didn't have the technology, I didn't have the editing skills, I didn't have any of that stuff. And I definitely didn't feel like I had a lot of interesting qualities about myself, other than, oh, hey, I'm a nerd. Let me express that. And that's why this channel was originally starting off as a Power Ranger channel, because I was in the Power Ranger fandom, and I did a lot in the Power Ranger fandom. So, that was fun for a while, until it wasn't. And it was because the Power Ranger fandom is a, how do I say this nicely? It is a vicious, life-sucking fandom, to which there's no return. I feel like I've also brought this up earlier. I feel like that this fandom, or just the franchise in general, is kind of, bleeding, and there's no way to stop the wound from bleeding. And there was some news recently that Hasbro sold the rights or something like that to Playmates, or they're partnering with Playmates. I'm kind of glad I dug myself out of that hole, because I didn't really think at the time. I was told, when it comes to YouTube, focus on one thing and one thing only, and that's your market, that's your niche area. You're going to gain more interest if you focus on one thing. Do you want me to tell you how much of a lie that is in some ways? Because I've started noticing people gain more interest in me doing what I'm doing now than I had ever when it came to Power Rangers stuff. And how naive I was back then to think that I couldn't expand upon doing content outside of just one specific thing. I wanted this channel to be a multitude of different things. That's why I changed it to Codys House of Geek, because I felt like that was a broad spectrum of things that I can actually do. And, geek culture has branches of different, subjects. That's why you see me do food vlogging, or travel videos, or even just true crime location. You know how many people love true crime? I love true crime. I like sitting down watching Forensic Files late at night, eating popcorn, and being like, holy shit, it was the husband. And being surprised that was the answer. I like to think that my YouTube channel is unique, because it's not just me that has said this. There are some people out there that have said, I don't understand how your channel has not gotten as much attention as it probably should, because I just found your channel and didn't know it existed. In comparison to other people who do the same thing, you're a really soft, well-spoken person who actually conveys an energy that I like. And I'm like, oh, well, thank you. Okay, well, I appreciate you watching the channel. And, I've always told people this. I've always said that if you have something to say, positive or negative, feel free to put it down, as long as it's in the realm of being polite, because I've had some people on this channel actually say that they're giving advice, it was like harsh advice that, tough love type thing. And I would be like, no, that's you being an asshole. And that's just how it is. But I've always wanted to be myself through YouTube. And you know how hard it is for an autistic person to do that? Being myself in society is so hard to do because we, as a collective whole, autistic people do something called masking. Masking is a protective thing that we do to kind of avoid society. We kind of reserve ourselves because we don't know what people are how they're going to react to us. And, I try not to, do that as much, but I have quite recently, actually. I went to a bar with my friend Connor, which you've seen on this channel multiple times. By the way, I want to thank whoever coined Geek Gang, because I think we're going to run with that. The people that are on this channel, Jesse, Connor, Jose, we're the Geek Gang. Yeah. That's the whitest thing I could have done right there. But yeah, like we have had moments where I've been with Connor and I'd be introduced to someone new, and in my mind, it's overwhelming to put myself in a position of meeting people new. So I'm grateful that he lets me know, because it gives me time to actually be like, okay, well then I'm gonna just try to be myself the best I can. I've talked to him recently about, people that I was inviting over to the house that I don't know how comfortable I am inviting them over because it just doesn't feel right. And he was like, well, if you're a good person, so why are you worried about like what people are gonna think type thing. Even, in the past where I had other friends inviting people over, if I'm not prepared for it, I start to feel like I have to push myself back into that shell that I don't like to be in. And that's really the biggest thing about being autistic is I'm able to open up more through a camera. I can be myself through a camera. I can actually show you guys what it's like to be Codys House of Geek with the most authentic way possible. And that is why this channel is different, is because it is authentic. This is who I am. This is who I am as a person. And there are people out there that will misinterpret who I am because they will do all the wrong things that they shouldn't do to someone with autism, like jump in front of you and say, "Hi Cody, how are you?" And I'm gonna be like, "Okay, hey, hi, how are you?" I will be flustered, and people have been offended by me acting that way. And that's the thing. When I used to work with the triplets, apparently there was a guy that was super upset that I reacted the way I reacted that way because he had a kid next to him, and apparently I upset his child. And I'm like, well, okay, cool. Imagine being the equivalent of a human Jack-in-the-Box jumping into my peripheral vision when I'm focusing on like dealing with cash and stuff like that, and you essentially ripping away my reality. Like, I know it's no one's fault, but I do have to explain that is a thing. And that's why it's so hard for me to work in places, or I have to over-explain things, or I have to sit here and be pressured to let people know, hey, if I do something wrong, please let me know. That's how I learn. And even at work, I've told people recently, I'm afraid to lose my job because I just don't know when I'm doing things right or wrong, So that is where I'm at right now. So with this channel, this YouTube channel is strictly a way for me to project the real me through, YouTube and entertain people. And that's why I don't charge people. I don't monetize my content. It is a great way for me to be myself. And that is why I like doing this. I like doing my content the way I like to do it. And if my channel gets just one view, it makes me happy. When people comment, I read every single one of you guys' comments, but I've always been having a hard time responding to people because I feel like I'm going to say something stupid. So if you never see me respond to you, that is because I'm trying to figure out what to say, and then it unfortunately just becomes kind of left in the back burner. But I do read every single one of you guys' comments, and I don't know why I do that. I don't know why I read comments and I don't respond, but that is just how I am as a person. Doesn't mean I'm ignoring you or anything like that. And I know that that is probably the best way for me to interact with you guys, but that's why I do live streams. That is why I do live streams, and that's why I feel like I'm able to open up more as soon as I do a live stream, because guess what? It's through a camera, and I'm able to talk to you guys like I do right now through that camera. And it's the most amazing way to actually explain that is if people ever have reservations about me as a person, you can see my personality unscripted through live streams, and people enjoy how genuine of a person I am. So, and that's not me trying to sit there and oversell myself to people, but like I want to be able to entertain people no matter how many people it is. It could be 5 people or 1,000, and I will still be myself. I have had, again, comments asking me, well, why don't you monetize? You'll get more views. And be like, yeah, but also I don't want to be that person that sits there and makes money off of people and stuff like that. Well, why don't you pay for advertising? Well, because I don't want to, and it seems like that's the fakest way to get views. I'm doing it all natural, and I have been for a decade, and we're only just now fixing it to get to 6,000. And that's the way I like it, because I'm doing it in a way, in the olden ways. The olden ways, ladies and gentlemen. You children out there don't know how things worked back then. Yes. We have tried so hard to do something different with this channel every time, and I'm glad that it is a mishmash of different things. I've always wanted it to be that way. It's not centered around one specific topic. If you guys like movies and TV shows, Blu-rays, DVD collecting, unboxing videos, travel videos, food vlogs, generalized location videos and stuff like that, where we go out and do like random things. Did I say true crime already? I'm pretty sure I did. All that content is just into one, amalgamation of a channel called Codys House of Geek, and that's what it is. And I hope you guys stick around for more, and hopefully one day, we're on 6,000. 6,000 is good. Maybe we could double it in the future. Let your friends know. If you guys are huge fans of 90s culture, true crime content, convention videos, and stuff like that, like we're just kind of like to blow this out of proportion, guys. Next month, we are going to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. It's going to be me and Connor and possibly Jesse. We don't know yet. Going to Pigeon Forge to the Titanic Museum, which is a place I've been wanting to go since I graduated high school. And because it opened up, I believe, in like 2012. And the sucky thing about this whole situation is my mom actually promised to take me as a graduation gift, and she started falling ill around that time. And so I would say that this is probably going to be one of my favorite vacation videos that we're going to be doing, because it's going to mean a lot more with me knowing that I have like friends of mine there with me, and I'm getting to experience this the way I would have wanted to experience it 10 years ago, and it'll be all on camera. So you guys can experience that coming soon as well. We really do try really hard to do multiple different things on this channel. So if you guys haven't gone back and watched other videos, go watch them. Go watch some of the older videos. Go watch it when I was a Power Ranger collector. All that stuff is still on here. And I hope you guys enjoy. I don't even think I'm going to edit this video to the point where it's like overly edited. I'm going to just pop it on here and talk to you guys, and it's going to be unedited. So yeah, all natural. You guys enjoy, and stay tuned for more videos, more content coming soon. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you guys later.